Okay, so let's do this worksheet together. So why is DNA synthesized discontinuously on the lagging strand? Well, that is because DNA polymerase can only synthesize five prime to 3 prime. Okay, so let me draw a DNA molecule here. I'm going to make a fork. My fork will be right here. I'll make a little small little fork here. Okay, we'll say that this is the 5 prime to 3 prime of this one, and this is the 5 prime to 3 prime of this one. Here is my replication fork. Okay, and we're going to now make another strand off of both of these. Okay, so if we're planning on our new strands, right, let's think about what our new strand is going to look like for this one. This new strand is going to be 5 prime to 3 prime. And this new strand here, it's going to be 5 prime to 3 prime. Okay. So the direction, I'll zoom in here a little bit. The direction that my polymerase is going to work on my upper strand, it's going to move from the inside of the zipper out. That's the way my polymerase is going to work, because it's going to go 5 prime, put my little polymerase here. It's going to go 5 prime to 3 prime. And since this strand here, it's going to go from the outside into my zipper. Okay, if I zoom out, that means that as I move my fork further, so let's say, put those back there. Let's say now my fork is here. Okay, so I moved it. Yikes, Mrs. Berger, don't move it too far away. Let's say my fork is here. Well, this poor polymerase right over here, this poor guy right here, boop, okay, he is moving outward. So this strand here, this is my lagging strand, because it's moving from the fork out. So when it wants to, once my helicase moves down a little bit, we have to now we have to move. So that strand should not have been deleted. It should stay right there. We leave it right here. Now we have to start all over again here and head in that direction again. Whereas this guy can just keep on going. Okay, so that means that this is the leading strand and this is the lagging strand. Why is an RNA primer used to begin DNA replication? Well, the reason for that is because DNA polymerase has some very great qualities, but unfortunately, it cannot start a new strand. Cannot start a new strand. It can only add. So these functions, so polymerase adds nucleotides. These should be pretty second nature to you now. Helicase unwinds the DNA. Primase adds an RNA primer. SSBs hold the two strands apart. And ligase joins the Okazaki fragments. Okay, So let's look at these questions down below. The newly synthesized DNA strand labeled as C, so I'm going to highlight that, this strand here, labeled as C, is which strand? The leading, the lagging, the coding, or the parental? Well, we know it's not the parental strand because my parental strand is this. This is my original strand. That's the parental strand. So it's not that. Okay. The question is it leading or is it lagging? Well, it is starting at the fork and moving out away. So that means once we have to do another section, it's going to have to start over again and keep going in. So that means this is the lagging strand. The strand labeled B, therefore, is my leading strand. Okay, so these things at the beginning, so the next question is, the black box is labeled D and E. These things at the beginning of my new DNA strands, well, those must be my RNA primers, those things that are beginning my DNA strand. Okay?